thank y'all for having us here on this stage today. Just tell a little bit about what we do and what we're trying to do. My name is Frank Johnson. I'm the director of 925 Sports. We're a 501c3 nonprofit utilizing sports to help the next generation. 925 is under inspiration of 1 Corinthians 9:25. And it says that all athletes are disciplined in their training, and they do that to win a prize that'll fade away, but we do it for eternal prize. So although we're using sports, it's more than baseball, it's more than sports for us. It's about lifelong skills. Introducing our kids, right now we have two teams. We're a minority travel ball organization. We have the Mid-South Monarchs, and we have the Kentucky Diamonds. And we got some of our kids and parents here, so I'll just ask y'all to stand right quick, say hello for me. And so, with the Mid-South Monarchs and with the Kentucky Diamonds, when we was coming up, every community had their own little baseball organization going on. All right, each community had like a little sect of pride going on with the baseball, but now all has changed. Everything has moved to travel baseball. Youth sports is a $19 billion business, and unfortunately, it done faded a lot of people out. So our community is one of those people that's faded out, and we're just trying to change that. So what we're here today, we want to pitch is, we're looking to do an indoor baseball facility, and we're going to call it the ninth indoor facility. Our audience, we're looking to bring youth, high school, college, professional, and baseball and softball players to this facility. Our kids right now, we train out there at Poplar level, we train out on Preston Highway, and we're looking to do something to bring in something in the West End, not only just for our kids, but all the kids that are looking to play baseball. And baseball is one of those sports that we said, look, if you learn how to deal with failure, you'll be able to succeed. In baseball, the Hall of Famers fail 70% of the time. Hall of Famers. And as a teacher, I see kids every day who don't know how to deal with failure. So that's one thing we're trying to teach our kids is, all right, yes, you're going to fail, but what you going to do after that? So we want to, thank you. We want to have a space that's 4,800 square feet. And in this space, we can have pitching lanes, we can have hitting lanes, and the kids be able to work all year long. And that's the only way they're going to be able to catch up to the outside, to the people in these other communities, these other organizations who have year-round access to this. Slide 3, this is kind of what it looks like. You have 3 pitching lanes, 3 hitting lanes, and then we also have space so we can do a little classroom activity, go over baseball stuff, but also academic stuff. So our vision is when you come in from school, you get your academic done first before you even move to the baseball stuff. And also on the inside, we want to have a tribute to the Negro Leagues. We want to make sure that they understand that there's people that came before them that allow them to do what they're doing today. A project cost. Now this cost looking at if we was building some, constructing something on our own, a metal building. Facility development cost is $140,000. Capital cost to put everything in there we need is $73,000. Operating budget is $185,000, which is a total of $398,400. Now, if this was something we was doing, we was going to build inside somewhere, then we're looking at $258,000. Slide 5. So why Madison Street? What Russell Place of Promise is doing and what y'all doing for the community is what we're trying to do for our baseball community, for our black kids. Not only our black kids, but there's some white kids they're told they're not good enough to play. And so we want to bring in not only black kids, but white kids who've been told they don't have the access to it. So the first thing is we want to make sure that our kids have access to a facility. If they want to play the game, they have everything they need to do. Also, we want to be able to change the game. Baseball is a sport that right now, athleticism has been taken away from it. And so we want to put that back in there. And the last thing, like y'all doing with Russell Place of Promise, we want to make sure that we lay the blueprint. This ain't just something that's going to stop with us. We want to bring this to other communities. So the goal of building black wealth. And like I said before, I'm a teacher. And in America, in order to build wealth, it's a correlation between your educational wealth. All right, so what we're looking to do is make sure that these kids have all the academic tools they need to be able to succeed. And statistics have proven that athletes have better attendance records and better grades in school. So we want to set them up not only for high school, but in order to get them a college scholarship. Now, when you say everybody's going to get a college scholarship, we saying that if you want to play college baseball, if you got the grades, we can get you somewhere to play. It might not be Louisville, but it's going to be a school where you can play. Now, if we get you in school and you have the academics and you have the athletics, now you're going to school and you don't have to pay for it. College baseball is one of those sports where you don't get a full scholarship. But if a coach see a minority who have potential, he'd be able to give him more academic money just based off his minority status, and then you'd be able to get a full ride. So we get a full ride, then you graduate in college debt free, and that helps with the generational wealth. Slide 7. So how does this line up with the partnership pledge? We will dismantle barriers that historically and currently stymie black entrepreneurship and self-determination. You look at these kids here. These are kids from the West End, from different parts of the community, who was told in Louisville that they weren't good enough to play. Last year, we took these kids to Charlotte. They came in second place in Charlotte, North Carolina. We took them to Virginia. They came in first place in Virginia. These kids came back to Louisville with a hunger to get better. So just like y'all doing, destroying barriers and giving these kids, opportunities to the communities, that's what we're trying to do here. Because these are your next entrepreneurs. Thank you.
All right, so give it up one more time for 925 Sports. I love the connection to, instead of Corinthians 925. I love that. I'm going to look that up later. So now we're going to have 5 minutes of questioning. 5 minutes of questioning, and our pop team who has the mics, we have Danae and Cassandra that are walking around with mics. Again, we are going to prioritize Russell residents during this time first.
Yes, where are you currently operating out of?
We're nomads. So this year we've been mostly, our 10-year-old team has been out of Indiana. Our 13-year-old team, we practice out of Southern. We've been at Shawnee. We've been at Barnsley Middle School. We just go wherever we can find the field. But that's one thing. Unfortunately, it's hard to find baseball fields that's in good condition for these kids to play on. So.
Hi, thank you for the exciting presentation. Going on the assumption that we do get the product that you just proposed, what would your space needs be, do you project 5 years down the road?
5 years down the road, we're hoping to outgrow this thing, because right now, I have parents waiting for kids to come in. Unfortunately, I don't have the coaches for that. So if we get a facility, I know that's going to help get us some kids that we can't get right now because the bigger organizations have facilities. So in 5 years, if we get these kids that's asking to come in, I see it's going to be something we're going to need to just double it. Or, like I said, do this also again in another part of town.
So what you're looking at, what was it, about 8,400 square feet?
No, 4,800.
4,800.
Yes.
So, but potentially, if you didn't move, you would need probably double or treble that amount.
In 5 years, just to go. Yes.
All right, we got 3 more minutes, y'all.
I wanted to ask you, are your teams part of a league, or they just get games where they?
No, we're a travel organization. So the younger kids is more developmental. We play more Louisville inside. It's all a move from leagues to tournaments. There's more money in tournaments, and that's what they're doing now. So if you want to play the best, you have to go play these tournaments in order for these kids to compete. So our younger kids usually play Louisville. Around here may go 3 hours, one trip. But my bigger kids, next week we'll be in Illinois. After that, we're going to Indianapolis, then we're Sandusky, Ohio, and then we come back to Lexington. So it's a lot of travel involved, and that's what having a facility helps them compete when they get outside here.
My name is.
Hold on, 1 second.
I just wanted to know, how are you going about teaching the children how to lose? In every situation, there's winners and losers, and everybody loves a winner. But hey, I don't know if you remember, but Edison, he tried the light bulb. How many times before it worked? He was a loser for 1,000 until. So I'm just trying to find out how are you going about teaching them to be good sports and learn how to lose gracefully so that they can build on that foundation rather than feel like they've been dejected.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, we under the inspiration of 925. So everything we do is rooted and grounded in the Christian aspect. Now, I'm not out there preaching to them all the time, but that's what we rooted out of. Baseball is a game of failure. You're going to fail. There's no doubt about it. And it's just learning how to deal with that to overcome that.
All right, one more, Asha. Hello.
Hello. I'm not in Russell. I'm in Victory Park area, so I'm close. But I wanted to know, how would you be able to accommodate kids with special needs or females who are interested in baseball?
Okay, so what we're looking to do is, because, like I said, they changed the game and they made it where everything's travel. Our organization, we understand that it's some kids that just want to play baseball. Some parents that just want their kids to be able to do something. So we won't be able to provide a league for them to do that. Then there are some kids that say, hey, I want to move to the next level, and that's where travel ball come into. And then our last is our group that we have our exposure kids, where we bring in we got kids from Michigan and West Virginia on our exposure team right now. So it's 3 levels to that we're trying to do.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.